Kristen is going to say a few words. I hope you've had a chance to peruse her photographs. And now I'll let the artists take it away.
Thanks, Caitlin. Thank you all for coming. First, thank you, Carrie, for playing. You've played 3 traditional Chinese instruments. I've been working with Gallery Cafe. I had an exhibit here last year that I think some of you were at as well about Egypt and my research and time spent in Cairo. And the reason why I put together that exhibit, and similarly this one, is to highlight places and people that are often overlooked. A lot of times people don't get the chance to really learn about these places around the world. And so I've been working in experiential education for the past few years now, taking high school and college students abroad for summer and semester programs. Can everyone hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. For summer and semester programs where I've been teaching basically whatever we come across, whatever I'm passionate about. I've been really fortunate to work for this company based out of Boulder, Colorado. And so everything that you see in this exhibit tonight has been taken while I've been on a course with my students. And so everything except for the 4 photos on campus hung up in the back there are from the last 6 months, and those are from 2016. So the title of this exhibit is Put the Camera Down, and the reason why I titled it that is because I really believe that most of the best photos come about when I put my camera down and I actually really immerse myself in what's going on. So whether it's asking the women in the Tibetan women up in the mountains if I can carry one of their loads of firewood, or sitting and pouring tea with people, put the camera down. So, this exhibit is composed of 3 different stories, and just really quickly I'll introduce you to them if you haven't had a chance to read through the text or if it's not very clear. So up here on this back wall is a story of tea. This portion of the exhibit is actually going to be moved to East Hill Tea. Thank you, Kochi, for being here tonight. And actually, before I talk about this, I'll just let you know that this is all pu'er tea, the whole process of production of pu'er. And Kochi's sampling it up here. East Hill Tea is located just on the street on Milwaukee. And they have all Chinese teas. They'll do traditional tea ceremonies and also have a really amazing matcha menu, so please go visit them and visit us next month. I'll have the photos there as well, and we'll have another event. So this just walks you through from the migrant workers who are coming from Laos and Southeast Asia to work on tea plantations, to the fermentation process, putting the tea into these circles called tea cakes. A lot of you have come up to me and asked me what are these brown tea blocks for. These tea cakes were actually, they started putting tea, packaging it in this way when Tibet and China were trading tea for horses along the tea horse road, and they continued to package it this way. It was just the most convenient way for people to package tea and move with it, to travel with it on horseback. So this here is a story of tea, specifically pu'er tea. Ends with the tea ceremony. You have up on top there, the top right, is a photo of some teaware that I actually now have in my apartment. Everything is from Yunnan province here. This is southwest China. There's a map of China here as well, if you're interested in really learning more about where everything's coming from. And this ends with a photo of my tea teacher who has taught me a lot about how to pour tea, tea culture in China and tea ceremonies. So that's the story of tea there. You can read more about it. You can read more about my introduction to tea. And again, you can come visit us at East Hill and I'll be talking more about it there. Moving on, this wall right here, and then that back wall, at least 3 of those photos from that back wall near the windows talk about Tibet and the conflict between Tibet and China. For those of you who don't know, there has been a lot of strife between Tibet and China. You can read about it in some of the texts that I put up on the walls, but I have spent a lot of time in the Tibetan region of China and have really, really appreciated and valued that time there. Some of my favorite memories are walking down the streets and singing with the people who I've stayed in their homes for long durations of time, or just hiking up into the mountains, or spending time walking around the monasteries and making Torah. So you can, again, read about that. And if you have any questions about that and what's going on in Tibet and China, please let me know. I'm happy to talk more about any of these pieces of the exhibit. And finally, this wall right here is about the Naxi. The Naxi are considered one of China's 56 ethnic minority groups in China. They are based in Yunnan province as well, and they actually work with one of the last pictographic scripts that's still actively used today, and you can see that in the paintings that I've made on the canvas that are in yellow. So this language, as well as the culture, similar to most ethnic minority groups in China, is very quickly dying as China is really pushing for a more homogenous culture. And although you still do see it preserved in some ways, even some of the most elderly people have lost the ability to read or write this language. So in some attempt to preserve it and raise awareness, I've created some paintings of the Dongbao script. A lot of people have asked, is it traditionally seen in this colorful art within the villages that I've spent time in? Yes, and a lot of the way they've portrayed it is with this more yellow background and colorful paintings within the characters. So everything on that wall is from a very mountainous region in Yunnan and depicts the Naxi people. That's it. So just that was a quick walkthrough of the photos. Again, if you guys have any questions, I can open it up for a really quick Q&A. Otherwise, feel free